What's up? I'm back again. First, we gotta give glory and honor where it's due. Um, yes, you are the great I am. You are the great I am. Yes, you are the great I am's love. You are rock, Holy Spirit. Thank you. And it's an honor. Okay, and this message isn't necessarily for just the guys, but there's an analogy here. So, here we go. Okay, you know how everybody's talking about everybody calls, you know, the guys, well, let me put it this way. We have one head and we have another head, right? Okay. One of them's called One Eye Willie. Now, if kids are around, um, yeah. But anyway, no One Eye Willie, right? And isn't it odd that One Eye Willie can't see anything? But if you noticed, when you feel, or when One Eye Willie feels, you can almost see. So it's kind of like how a blind person sees, right? And like, well, how is this like relevant or spiritual or anything? Well, this is some of the stuff that, that isn't talked about. But, you know, anyway, let me keep going before I forget. But anyway, so you have the guys, you have, your shoulders, then you have, yeah. And if you notice with the one on your shoulders, we can see, so we don't really, and we're not known to have the emotions or feel as much as you're supposed to, whatever, or as, a woman does anyway. And spiritually, there's going around about the third eye. You're starting to see the synchronicities, I guess, in it. So yeah, how it's supposed to be, it's supposed to be led by the one eye that you don't really see through, but you can spiritually, as you can say. And once that eye is open, the other one kind of explains how it goes. Like, you can see differently. Like, once you're in it, meaning the spiritual side of it, you can see from the energies and, and then you get your clips, visions in your head, so on and so forth. So it's kind of like a reflection of how it's supposed to be, I guess you could say. When you're in it, you can't really see what's called one eye. You can feel it, and when you feel it, you can actually kind of see what's going on in there. So yeah, listen. I know you like, Well, why is that relevant? Why are you talking about that or something? Listen, I don't even know how I know it. Well, I know how I know it, but you know what I mean? It ain't like nothing that I studied or nothing. So, yeah, when you get the information, you gotta put it out there. So, I guess the message in it is, be careful which one you listening to, because they both got the same purpose, but one is worldly and one is spiritual. And the worldly will keep you connected to the world. The spiritual, on the other hand, it's going to keep you connected to the spirit. Spiritual. So I guess it's kind of which one you want to be connected to. Because you realize, like, when you're going according to the worldly one, like, this is how, like, you think it's sacred for the women. Like, it's just as, if not more sacred for the men. I guess that's the reason why we given that nature to just, you know, hit and run a lot. According to, if you going the worldly way. And we sit over here and we shun, guys if, they ain't experienced it yet or not experienced or whatever. And basically the world is opposite of the spiritual, right? So it's backwards. So you should be commending these guys, females too, but apparently this is more for the guys. Y'all know normally it's rare to, for me to deal with the guy side of it. And I don't know. But yeah. So long story short, because I don't want to keep y'all too long, but for the guys, be careful because it is sacred. Oh, and another thing, that's what I was going to say. You have to remember, in life, have y'all noticed how important seeds are and they're trying to get rid of seeds on all levels, like metaphorically, figuratively, and literally. And why is that? You can't be fruitful without seeds, right? After that, it's artificial, AI, robots, whatever. Now you got to depend on something else without the seeds. And that's against what was meant spiritually. And so realize when we're connecting with women, since it's, if you're thinking spiritually, like you're connecting with everybody they connected with and whatever they bring with them spiritually. And this is for both sides. Like whatever they bring with them, like you can end up dealing with, and it connects to you, and like y'all get what I'm saying. And so don't be so quick to, be quick. I mean, if you think about it, like it's just as precious, if not more. Because it also has to do with, if you notice, it's like Samson. The longer you stay away from it, have you noticed the more energetic, the more power you have in every sense of the word? Like, I mean, it affects more than you realize. Look at that, realize, real I. Anyway, at least you know that, you know what I'm saying, this is real. Because it's all like full circle, adding up, connecting. But anyway, I don't want to hold y'all too long, but apparently this needed to be said as well. Listen, I don't care about the money or none of that stuff. Like, I only want y'all to subscribe and all that, and like buttons and all that stuff you're supposed to do. Only reason I want y'all to do it is so that it can reach more people. And to me, that's the whole point. I can care less about it. Anybody that knows me will tell you, like, I'm to myself for the most part. So I'm straight. I don't need none of it. And once you get to a certain step on the ladder spiritually, like, it's so much going on. You can you really realize how unreal certain stuff is. So it doesn't really like draw you in or phase you like that. Like, you understand, you know, there's certain stuff you need to keep going, but you can really like sit in the fact that as long as you have, you know, your needs, like, you really sit in peace with that. Like, even when you do have a bunch of money, like, once you get it, I mean, it's just sitting there unless you spend it. And then once you spend it, it's either gone or you done, you know, bought like material things with it. And once you have those material things, it's like, okay, now what? And now you just, to continue to keep the material things, you have to make more of it and more of it. So now you're stuck in a loop of either sitting on it or spending it. And then when you do that, you have to make more so you can keep it. I mean, yeah, you can send it down to, you know, generation after generation. I mean, when you get that much. But even then, like, are they gonna be good stewards of it? Like, is it gonna be a waste? Have you noticed when you earn it and work for it, it's a whole different message that you get from it? So, I mean, either way, it's catch-22. So I'm kind of fine with where I am with it. But if it's gonna help others, if it's saved, you know what I'm saying, even one soul, like, it's worth it. You know what I mean? So I more look at it that way. So, but yeah, y'all know how it goes. I mean, the only way we can get these messages out to everybody is, well, one, word of mouth, and two is subscribing and hitting the like button, right? watch hours so you can get more of these messages in front of people. If that's what y'all want. I'm just trying to do my part. Anyway, appreciate y'all. And as I get it, I'll give it to you. Like I always say, happy manifesting and love.